So we're cooking dinner. That's the meatballs. First, I put my water, of course. Then I put the spaghetti in. No, not spaghetti. I put the water. Then add some salt, some oil. I really don't like using oil. I generally like using butter. But I got the meatballs in. So as soon as it start boiling, then I add my spaghetti. So there you go. Where's my sauce? I think I put the sauce back in there. So I left it just the same. I haven't done anything. I've actually set it in here. So what I did, I took out a screw from over this side and I put right up in here, and then I had the other one up in there. Now the back piece that came on the radio, I put it back on and it goes right over and you just tighten it up. So it's not gonna slide or anything, but I rather the other screws to be up in that hole. So right now it's pretty sturdy. I changed it so you guys can actually see right here. So once again, let me show you how to tune the radio once again. So all I do, scroll to one, scroll to one, switch this from SWR, put it to Cal, hold down the button. It's supposed to be at 1.5, but I leave mine just 1.5, so it jumps from 1.5 and down. Release it and then scroll to 20. Hold it down and it should be just the same. Scroll to 40. Hold it down, just the same. So number one is the highest, which it goes to 1.5, which is the best thing that you need. So all we do now is switch it back from Cal and switch it to SWR. Put our radio to 19, in which it goes instant 919, which everybody is always either on 919. And then we're going to do a quick radio check again, see if there's anyone out there. In which there was, because they were just talking right there about them backing. So we're going to do a quick radio check. Radio check, come back. Give it a few.
Hey, sound good, driver.
10-4, thank you. There it is. So you just say 10-4, sounds good, driver. So we're actually in here inside the parking lot, and that's all you need. You don't need. You notice you didn't hear all that sound. You can actually adjust it with your volume and all that stuff, so I can hear them really clear compared to the truck antenna. It was making all that static sound that I didn't like. So this is actually real clear, but it picks up very far and it's very good. And like I say, I hooked it up here, screwed the screw in, got this on here. I think I need to turn this. No, I don't need to turn this around. It should be just like that spin. So just like that. So as you're driving, you can adjust it, and you can either tell them like, hey, there's a baby bear, which is regular small police city cops, grown bear, and what else they have? Baby bear, grown bear, and full grown bear. Full grown is basically like state troopers and sheriffs that's out on the highway, that they're telling you like, hey, there's a Smoky down the road, or there's a full grown bear down the road, mile marker, whatever. All right, so generally how they'll do their talking is basically saying like, the slow lane is your right lane, which is the granny lane. The middle lane is the sandwich lane, and your left lane is your hammer lane, in which you drive fast. Mile marker and yardstick, I believe, is just the same, where they say what yardstick you're at or what mile marker. It's just the same as well. For city cops, beer, highways, and state troopers and sheriffs, or grown bear, and I think they call sheriff Smokies. Way stations or chicken coop. That's about it. So if there's like a accident down the road, you're going on, where am I believe I'm on I-40. I'm on I-40 going west. So if I see somebody, well, see a trooper going eastbound, eastbound sitting down with his radar gun, I'll say westbound I-40, mile marker 44. There's a full-grown bear taking pictures. So they were actually just chattering, but that's not close because my meter isn't moving. When they're actually close by, it actually picks up pretty decent, sweet, and clear. Best thing that I wanted. Best thing to invest in. So basically, those are like minor little chatters that they use. So like I say, once you put it back to SWR, you put it to 19 or 9, it doesn't matter. You hold it down, say radio check, come back. Somebody just give it a few seconds. Somebody will reply, tell you, hey man, your radio is good. That's it. So all I'm basically using it for is just get the weather, in which I can press this and it tells you the weather update.
Lows in the upper 30s.
And you can scan it to see who's actually on, if anybody's talking in different things. So that's basically it. Nothing too bad to it. It doesn't take that long to hook up. You just hook it up, less than 15 minutes, screw your stuff back in, you're good to go back on the road. You don't need to take it to any shop or anything, excuse me, to hook it up. I don't know how to do anything about a CB, and common sense is just negative and positive wire. You can check your own truck antenna, which should be on the driver's side. If it's not, you can just go buy any small antenna. But for me, I went and got the medium range stuff, so it actually pretty decent. I'm not too big of a fan with all those coil, but they say the Wilson 2000 is the best one out there, and so far it's actually pretty clear. When you actually heard it with the driver say 10-4, you're good. That's about it. Nothing more to it. Basically, all I'm going to basically use it for is like shippers and receivers. When they have those kind of stuff to tell you what door to go in, or if you're loaded or unloaded or whatever, they'll tell you what channel to go on. Use it for weather. There's state troopers or anybody out there, you can radio in like, hey, northbound, southbound, eastbound, westbound, mile marker, whatever it is on I-10, Smoky, taking pictures, drop your speed, easy stuff like that. Also help you out with if there's a collision up the road, down the road, wherever you're going, they can warn you, hey guys, slow it down, break it down, there's an accident on whatever place. To bypass it, hit the hammer lane, mean take the left lane and you go right around it, or hit the granny lane, you go right around it to the right. Easy stuff like that. Just by me sitting here, you can hear them just talking. So after a while, I'm gonna turn it off and then have my spaghetti and meatballs, have some dinner, and watch that little doctor show with what's his name, but it's that kid that actually saves lives and all that stuff, in which it's a pretty good movie. So I'm gonna go back and play my Clash of Clans. I haven't even hooked up my PS4 in a while, so I'm generally on my phone just playing Clash of Clans just to buy time, or I'm just either watching TV. But when I'm real tired, back here into sleep. But CB is hooked up, everything is hooked up. That's it. Like I say, don't take long. It's common sense. Negative, positive. You hook up your antenna. You don't need an antenna if you don't need one. You can use the one for the truck, but you won't get as much distance. I want it for the distance so I can either warn other truckers or whatever the case might be. So I just put on my own antenna and hook it up all by myself. And like I showed you guys, I bought the kit. And hooked up everything, and I plugged in the little socket so it goes like that. without showing any raw wires or anything, instead of clamping them both. And if you got to move it, all I got to do is just pull them out, and that's it. And like I say, I put the red wire on the other side just so everything is all good. So we're finna watch some TV. I'm just waiting until 10 o'clock. It's now 8:42. I'm waiting till 9 o'clock, in which is about 15 minutes before that actual show comes on, in which I really like it. Comes on at 9 o'clock. So by then, dinner should be done, and I'll be watching TV. Then I'm gonna hop in the sleeper, get up in the morning, and haul ass. So I only got 6 hours left to drive. So let's take a real quick look up here as well, because let's see if you guys can see my 8th day. All right, so my 8th day. Can you guys see it? All right, cool. You just saw it just a second ago. There we go. All right, so for my 8th day, it's 0 right now. Then I got 10 hours and 36 minutes in 2 days, 8:50, 10 hours, 8:26, 8:04, 8:47, 8:29. So I only did 8 hours and 29 minutes today of working. So on my status, I'm in the sleeper for 2 hours and 35 minutes, in which I'm sitting here, right, for a 10-hour rest break. And in 2 days, I'll gain my 10 hours and 36 minutes. Then, well, midnight tonight, this is going to jump up here, and it will say I will gain it tomorrow. Well, midnight tomorrow. And then in 2 days, I will be gaining... In 2 days, I'll be gaining... Scroll down. This 8 hours and 50 minutes. So tomorrow I actually only have 6 hours and 49 minutes to drive. So it doesn't matter what time I get up. This load is due on the 10th at 8 o'clock in the morning. Today's the 8th. So tomorrow I'm gonna drive the 6 hours and, well, 6 hours, because I can't do 6 hours 49 minutes. I have 3/4 of a tank, so that can get me up to a good 400 miles, because that's eight hours, and I can't drive 8 hours. So 6 hours, and then I'll shut down somewhere in... Slow is going to Illinois. So let's see where I'll be shutting down, because right now I'm in Tennessee. So I'll probably shut down in Indianapolis. So that's more likely where I'll be stopping. Probably can only do 300 miles tomorrow, tops. And I'll call it a day, and then wait till midnight, then take off again and be there by 8 o'clock. So alright, I don't want to max it out, because I don't want to be back there sleeping and somebody just start yelling on the CB. So I'm gonna turn this thing off anyway. So boom, it's off. So that's it. That's how do my hours. So as you guys can see, I do straight 8 hours. But my very first day, when I come out on Mondays, is where I do my very first big run. So Monday, well, my first recap is gonna be 10 hours, then 8 hours, then 10 hours, and 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Easy as that. Like I say, I show you guys, I do an 8-hour work each day. So each day I'll be doing 8 hours of driving, just like that. So 10 on my first day, then 8 the next day, then 10 again, then 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. So each day I'll be running for 10 hours on my first day, then 8, 8, 8. So you got to know how to time yourself, and you got to know how to get your load there. So that's how I've been running it. Been working fine for me. So that's how it's like I'm never running out of hours. I'm just steady, constantly going. So it's easy. It's simple math, basic math, nothing to it. Everything is about math. Your miles, your money, your fuel, your hours, everything is about math. Everything is about simple, basic math. You get that concept down, you can know how much your miles is, your pay, your hours, everything. So that's how I know how to do mine, and it's just been 2 years. But now I'm gonna go check on my food. Take it easy, guys. Drive safe.